All right, so if you're watching the playback, thank you. But I am charging a Fiat 500 right now. I'm sitting at the charger. I have 24 minutes till 80%. We'll probably sit until it's at 100% because this car is getting picked up tomorrow by Fiat, or the company that handles Fiat's press cars. So I have to charge it up so that they can take it away from my house. So I'm sitting here. It's rather warm in here. I'm going to turn this down. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, anything you'd like me to talk about or answer, let me know. But until then, yeah, we're just going to sit and charge. This is the Fiat 500e. Hello, bro. Charge that fee. I gotta charge it again. Because, well, it has to get picked up tomorrow, and they need to be able to pick it up. How's the range? The range is about 140 miles, which has not been good. What's up? I was just watching your 94 Cavalier video and ripping the bong. Nice. Sounds like a fun night. Least favorite car you've ever reviewed? Funny enough, the Fiat 500X. Not this car, but a sibling. Is it comfy? Not really. The seats are cloth. They are manual seats. They are not heated or ventilated. It's not really great. Same car you had to charge like 3 days ago. Yes, I still have the 500e. But last night with it. They take it away tomorrow. I have a car for you. Awesome. Love to hear. How do you fit in it? I fit fine. The interior space is actually very roomy because the back seats are terrible, so you basically get the whole cabin to yourself. Quick question off topic. I saw you reviewed a Super Beetle. How would you compare it to the standard Beetle? I would love to know your thoughts. That video will be out. I hope that spider was on the outside. Sorry. That video will be out mid to late September. The Super Beetle is way easier to fit in, at least for me, who's a bigger guy. The Super Beetle is way better in terms of interior space. Drives the same. Will you come to California in the future? Yes, yes, for sure. Just not sure when. Big up from Jamaica, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. I like the Trabant. I'm trying to grab myself a 1986 RX-7. Oddly specific of just an 86, but nice. What do you think of a PT Cruiser as a first car? I actually like the PT Cruiser. Chrysler's build quality is hit or miss, but if you can find a clean one, go for it. What's up? Greetings from Brazil. Hello, Nicholas. Thank you. Appreciate that. Oh, let's go. A live stream. What is one car you wish you can review? I mean, there's so many. Literally, like a first-gen Toyota Sienna I've never done. Trying to look around here. Like a Chrysler Sebring. I think I've reviewed everything in this Walmart parking lot. Yeah. Oh, there's an EM1 Civic. I've only done a hybrid EM1 Civic. Hey, Zack, just wanted to say you do awesome work with your reviews. I'm considering a Jeep Wrangler Willys 4xe for my next vehicle. Thoughts? I like the 4xe a lot, especially for people who are realistic and drive their Wranglers 99% on asphalt to work, to, not off-roading. I think the 4xe is great. It will still have off-road capability, but the 30-ish, I think, miles or 20-ish miles of electric range is fantastic. I've reviewed two of them, not in the Willys trim, but I think they're both Saharas. And it's owned by my good friend's wife, and she barely uses the gas engine. She loves it. Got Mazda 3 all-wheel drive turbo partially because of your reviews. I love it. Oh, good. Awesome. It's a great car. And I'm getting a 2024 all-wheel drive turbo this fall to review. Not to own, but to review. 1992 Chrysler Fifth Avenue New Yorker. Bought it from the original owner's daughter. The original owners purchased it new in 92, special ordered, built and delivered in less than a month. Nice. Yeah, that'd be great. I'm from Missouri. If it matters, I'm from Illinois, so not too far. Spider trying to photobomb the live stream. Yeah, I think it was on the outside. Thank God. Do you prefer reviewing weird and older cars or expensive cars? This is a great question. I prefer the old and weird, but I will never turn down an expensive car because they're fun too. But I find more interest in the old weird stuff. I would love to see a review of a UPS or FedEx or Amazon truck. I've actually been offered an Amazon truck just by a guy that's an Amazon driver, but I was like, this has to be like illegal. Like, there's no way that Amazon would just willingly let me whip around their van for a little bit. Have you been to Canada to review a car? I've reviewed one single car in Canada. It was a Ford Thunderbird from the 90s, but I would like to go back and do more. That was kind of like a trial run. It worked out okay. There's just a lot of barriers to get into Canada in terms of like money, and I technically need a work visa, all that stuff. And how many subs were you able to do YouTube full time? Subscribers don't really have anything to do with doing it full time. It's all based off views. So once you have 1,000 subscribers, you can start making money. And then it's all based off views. So if you have 1,000 subscribers and get 100,000 views, you're going to make the same amount of money as someone who has 100,000 subscriber that gets 100,000 views. I started going full time probably right around the 50,000 mark, but that was just because I had the views to sort of warrant that. How far did you get with the last charge? I did about 100 miles. About 100 miles between charges. Does that need to be charged every night? Yes, pretty much. Hello, Zach from Tijuana, Mexico. Hello. I would love to film in Tijuana. I would love to film down there. They have like Suzuki stores and stuff. Love the channel, by the way. Thank you, Ryan. Spider saying hi. I just picked up a 94 Camry for my daily beater. Have you done a third-gen Camry review yet? No, I have not. I've been looking for one to review. Have you ever done or driven a Dodge Caliber? If so, thoughts? I don't think so. I've done the Journey, but not the Caliber. Want to review another Marauder? Yeah, I'm definitely down. Always wanted a 500 to Barth. Is it worth it given all the potential problems? If you could find a good one, they're great, but finding a good one is nearly impossible. So, Toyota Corona or Cressida. I've driven a Corona. I haven't driven a Cressida, but I like them. PT Cruiser and 0 to 05 Neon have the same engine. You don't see Neons on the road, only PT Cruisers, but people put money into them because they like them and old people bought them. Okay. Ram 1500 Classic review, please. If I could find one, I'd want to, because I just saw that they announced that they stopped it. What were your opinions on the Vigan that you reviewed? I love that Saab Vigan. That was great. Have you reviewed an AE86? No. Or an AE92? I have not. Excited for that turbo review. Shopping for mine right now. Yeah, it'll be fun. What generation Honda Pilot is your favorite? Probably the most modern one, honestly. I love your reviews. I hope you get to review a second-gen Nissan Xterra. You know, Nissan Xterras were everywhere and then nowhere. I feel like I don't see them anymore. Any future collaborations with Tyler from Indiana? You guys are great. Oh, Tyler's a really close friend of mine. We don't have any in the books or, like, set up, but, like, we go to a lot of the same events, and so I'm sure something at some point. Yeah, that'll happen again. It's just a matter of when. What is one car that you reviewed that is the most memorable and stands out to you? Probably the R33 GTST that I reviewed in North Carolina, just because it was my first time on Blue Ridge Parkway. The car was set up beautifully. It was at sunset, and I drove through a tunnel with like a nearly straight-piped RB25. It was just beautiful. Thoughts on the 2001 to 07 Dodge Grand Caravan? Have I done that generation? I've done the Chrysler Town & Country in 05. I like it a lot. A lot of nostalgia for me. Hi, Zach. I live in Canada and would love for you to come review my car. I would love to go to Canada. But as I stated earlier, just a lot of red tape with that, but I will do a Canada trip at some point. I also have a 1989 Chrysler TC by Maserati, but it doesn't run right now. It's number 1941. I would love to review that. I had a friend, Max, who had one of those in manual. Thought on the first-gen Volkswagen Touareg. I always thought that they were cool. I always liked them. They had some interesting engine choices, too. I haven't seen a 2016 Lexus ES350 on your channel. All right, if you have one, let's set it up. You got to review a PT Cruiser. I've done 2 PT Cruisers here on the channel. Rewatch your review of a 2010 Camry XLE V6. You said that on those, the sunroof dents the roof. Do you know if this is a flaw affecting other vehicles, specifically 3rd-gen RAV4s? I don't know. The only reason I knew that, the owner told me that. He had several of those Camrys that had done that before. I don't know if that was a very wide issue. To other platforms, at least. We're at 63%, guys. I like old people cars. Fair enough. What project car would you love to have? Probably an old Beetle. Probably like a pre-75 Beetle. Honda Civic CVCC. Would love to drive one. Buy a 240SX. No, I don't hate myself. Hey, ZP, do you love me now? Yes, I love you, Chris. It's good to see you. What about a Porsche 944 968? To review, great. As a project car, they seem like basket cases. Have you reviewed a 2nd-gen Ford Probe GT? I'm building one, getting a cam done soon on the 2.5-liter Mazda V6. Plus, already had piped down intake, RNJ headers. I've never done a Probe. I've never reviewed a Ford Probe. That's one of the cars that I've always wanted to do as well. What do you think of the 5.7-liter Hemi? It's a good engine, but they've just made it forever. Tell everyone how much you love the 240SX. They're fine. I do like them, but yeah. How do you crank out so many videos? Someone's being real loud. I don't have hobbies. That's it. That's it. This is my hobby. This is all I do pretty much every day, unless my girlfriend has a different plan for me said day. Did you ever explain why you sold your RX-7, and do you ever plan on buying a new one eventually? I think I made it somewhat clear in the video, or at least tried to. I just didn't drive it all that much. Work was getting busier, and I started to just kind of, anytime I took it out, there'd be a rattle, there'd be a noise, and it was just a headache here and there, and I kind of outgrew it just in my life, so I sold it, and I would like to pick one up eventually at some point, but, you know, we'll see. Would you be interested in reviewing a Chinese car? I can bring them from Mexico to Texas. Brand models such as Fiat. Yes. Jesus, yes. That would be insanely cool. Wow. Yeah, that would be amazing. Yes. Shoot me an email. PradoReviews@gmail.com. You can find all the info in my video descriptions. That would be really, really cool. I would fly down and plan a trip in Texas for that. Too. I would love to see a compilation of the most difficult vehicles you reviewed, e.g. the 76 Firebird. Yeah, I would, maybe I would hire an editor to like do a super cut of that stuff. I just don't have the time to like go back and cut all that stuff up. You got to keep moving forward. Speaking of Skylines, what was it like driving a right-hand drive car for the first time? It was very mind-blowing. Totally blew my mind. Thought it was the coolest thing in the world. I fortunately have gotten used to it now, which is similarly cool. But yeah. Come to Indiana sometime and you can review my 04 SVT Cobra. I will be in Indiana several times in the next month. So, Jalen, shoot me an email or shoot me a message. Let's set something up if I'm going to be in your area. I'll be in Indianapolis and I'll be in Kokomo. The joys of coal-powered cars. Yeah. What is the best 2000 station wagon in your opinion? 2000s. Ugh. Really slim pickings here. Probably like an Audi. Like an all-road. Thoughts on the 2022 Lexus RX 350 450h. Last year, the V6. They're great. They're phenomenal cars. Really, really good. Thought on the 2019 Jetta. Fine. I don't really care. If those were the 1.4s, they're fine. Have you ever done a 3rd-gen Tercel? The boxy ones that came before the rounded 91s, everyone knows. They came after the 4x4 ones. I've done an 86, a 94, and then yesterday I drove a 96. So that hasn't come out yet, and that won't come out for a while. But yeah. You ever done a Ford Thunderbird Super Coupe? No, I have not. Have you heard about Ford announcing the new Mustang variants? Apparently, there's going to be a 4-door sedan coming and a lifted 2-door Baja variant. What are your thoughts on this? I think they have potential to be cool. I think Ford is really trying to milk the Mustang name. They originally had plans to make Bronco like its own standalone brand with standalone stores, but they scrapped it. So it seems like they're going to try to do something like that with Mustang. Bro is plugged up. I am. My allergies are killing me. I'm also charging the car. I don't know which one you meant, but yeah, my allergies are going nuts. I'm allergic to 37 things, but I'm also allergic to ragweed, which always blooms at the end of August. So I am living it. Do you like to review vehicles that people drive every day or special drive vehicles? I like to do both. The vehicles that people drive every day seem to be better because they're more well worked out. But yeah, your vids are awesome, by the way. Thank you. Tick 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 Hemi. Yeah. Thoughts on French cars being brought to the United States? I'm just gonna do some drinky drink. Thoughts on French cars coming to the United States? I'm down for it. I'm down for new brands. Good cars. Bring good cars. Do you ever plan on buying a fleet of 25 to... No. Why would I do that? Luke. Do you think the 2002 Lexus IS300 is a solid daily driver? Yes, if you can find a low mileage one. Hi, Retro Steven. Hi, Zach. These lives are cool. Thank you. I'll try to do them more. Would you review a Dodge Durango / Chrysler Aspen hybrid if you had the chance? Ever seen one? I've never seen an Aspen hybrid in person. I've never reviewed an Aspen, and that's it's very high on my list to do. That I would love to do, and I'd love to do any Durango that isn't the first gen or latest gen, because I've done both of those, but I've never done like the mid-2000s one. What video that you made surprised you with how many views it got? The seatbelt video and the Tesla Cybertruck video. Tesla Cybertruck, I went out, I just wanted to drive one to be like a part of, modern culture. And I drove the Cybertruck, and it's at like 120,000 views right now and is like my top earner. With the Altima on its way out, will the Honda cease Accord production? I don't think so, but we'll see. Skylines are god tier. Agreed. They are very good. What would be a good starter pickup truck? The pickup truck that you can afford. That's pretty much it. What is the oldest vehicle you looked at? I've reviewed a 1928 Model A, but I've been to museums with 1890s cars, but oldest I've driven is 1928. BMW E34 5 Series or W124 E-Class, what would you go with? Tossing up what to get for a daily. I personally like the E34 better, but you're going to have similar issues with both. How do you handle your work-life balance? I straight up don't. I mean, in all honesty, I work a lot. I kind of have to be forced to be social and go hang out with friends and things like that. But it helps that my girlfriend, who I live with, she is going to medical school, and so she is very, very busy all the time. So, we make time for each other, but I don't feel bad working all day because she's studying all day. So we actually have a really good system. Is the Dodge Hornet really that bad? It ain't good. It ain't good. Thanks for the heads up on ragweed. We'll pick up Zyrtec in the morning. Yes, I have, I think, 2 Zyrtecs in me now. Would you review a 240SX shell? No. There's just not a whole lot to say. What is your favorite and preferred brand of vehicles? I like Mazdas, but I really, truly love pretty much all cars. Hey, Zach, how's it going? Good. How about you? Isuzu Trooper or Mitsubishi Montero? I've only done the Trooper, but I'd probably go Mitsubishi Montero. Would a supercharged Monte Carlo Impala be a good first car? I think those are those 3800s? If so, then yeah. Any idea when the SW2 video will be out? Probably October, November, that time. Do you ever plan on non-car videos on your channel, like bring your girlfriend to the channel? No. The channel will always be cars. She is in a video coming up, but no, the channel will always stay cars. The Trooper versus Montero question is a good one. I would love to drive a Montero. That's another bucket list car that I would love to do. Hey, we're at 82%. What made you start this channel? I wanted to document building my RX-7. I always loved video making. I always loved cars, kind of put it together. And then when I realized how expensive it is to build cars, I was like, how can I keep making videos without spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars per video? So I started doing reviews. Dodge is out. Thoughts on the Chrysler LH platform? I have a soft spot for those cars. I've always loved those cars. There's a dude yelling behind me. I like the LHs. How did you get into reviewing cars? I would love to start because I'm still in high school. I have very limited access to cars. Also, no one will ever let me drive their cars to review. It comes with time. I started reviewing cars. I reviewed my own car. I did my parents' cars, grandparents' cars, friends' cars, friends of friends' cars, and it kind of expanded from there. But you're in high school, start doing it, because it is going to take a while to get traction, to figure out what you want to do. And I'm very happy. My biggest regret is not starting earlier. I started senior year of high school, really like halfway through junior year. There's a Cadillac with its brights on next to me. I started like halfway through junior year, but I had the idea sophomore year, and I wish that I capitalized on that. Do you like or miss the Suzuki brand in the U.S.? I just like variety in the U.S., so yeah, I wish that Suzuki was still here, but I understand why they're not. I got a base model 2008 Pontiac G6. I would love for you to review one similar or mine. The only reason I have not sent a request is that I'm in South Carolina. You could still send it. I might be in South Carolina within the next year, so that would be cool. Weirdest car you've reviewed? Probably the Wartburg 1.3. That was a East German car that I had no idea what it was until I drove it. Will you be attending next year's Saturn Nationals? Love meeting you at the first one. I don't know yet. I have no idea what my schedule looks like. I would like to. It was a fantastic event. But like as of now, I've started working with a lot of manufacturers, and they're sending me to Detroit in a couple weeks. Toyota's sending me to Indianapolis. And so I'll have to figure out the schedule. But if I can make it, I will. I saw you drive that old Dodge Neon a while back. You said it rode well, but only had 132 horsepower. Yes, I like the Neons. Have press cars made you feel different about the Mazda 3, with you probably driving less compared to when you didn't get press cars? Yeah, I drive the Mazda 3 way less now. What the good thing is that I still like the Mazda 3 a lot. I'm still very happy that I own it. I'm not getting rid of it. And I haven't driven anything else where I've really been like, oh, I would trade my Mazda 3 for this. So that's good. Yeah, 3,800 for the V6. They don't get horrible gas mileage. Yeah, then that's good. Have you reviewed a Mitsubishi Outlander from 07 to 12? I don't think so. Ever going to come to Las Vegas? I hope at some point. You should review my 1981 AMC Eagle Camback. I would love to. Definitely submit that to my website. I would love to drive an AMC Eagle. That's another one. I love my 94 Concorde. That's another car I would love to review. 2004 RX-8 is good, easy rebuild. Is good and easy to rebuild. No, it is not easy to rebuild the engine. The Renesis is very, very tricky. And 2004, it's probably going to be blown up. YouTube sucks. Okay. How old are you? I am 26, but I will be 27 a week from tomorrow. Have you ever reviewed a Ford Granada or Fairmont? I have not. Thoughts on Hyundai? They've really come up in the last... This guy's just on his phone yelling behind me. They've really come up in the last 10 years, which has been fantastic. The design has been good. They are getting more reliable. So I do like that. Have you ever reviewed a modern Mercury Montego? No, I haven't reviewed any Mercury Montegos. I'd like to start reviewing cars. Any basic tips about it? Thank God that Cadillac turned its lights off. My biggest thing that I always tell people is just make the thing. Just do a car review. Make a car review. Go shoot it tomorrow. Shoot it tonight. It's going to suck. But you're going to learn. And then you're going to do another one. And then that's going to suck. But it's going to be better. And then you're going to do another one. And it's going to suck a little bit less. The next one's going to suck a little less. And then you'll be like me and you go, hey, I've reviewed 1,500 cars. And my videos still suck, but they suck less than they did. And that's all that matters. Any Ford probes? Never done one, but always wanted to. Thoughts on the 5-cylinder Chevy Colorado? Really unique. I always forget that they made those. I think they're cool. Hope to see you review a Dodge Charger EV. That should be interesting. Yeah, I'd love to get my hands on one. Luckily, I have a pretty decent relationship with Dodge, so hopefully I'll get one as a press vehicle in the next 2 years, hopefully. Thank you for doing live streams. I really enjoyed all the questions. Oh, thank you, Kyle. I appreciate that. This Fiat will be worthless soon. You should sell it. Look at Hoovie's garage video. This isn't my car. This is a Fiat 500e that is loaned to me by Fiat for the last week. I give it back tomorrow, and then I'll never see this car again. It's just a press car. I don't own this. If you can make it, you're more than welcome to attend Saturn Nationals again. Hopefully warmer weather next week. Yeah, that would be great. What car is replacing the Kia Forte? The Kia... It's the K4. If there's one car you absolutely hate, what is it? Fiat 500X. Did you ever end up buying a house after all? I did not buy, I rent, but I do have a house now. It's so noisy here tonight. It was not noisy here 3 nights ago. I hope you have some kind of protection when you sit waiting for the Fiat. Thank you. Everyone says their videos suck in the beginning. Mine do too. Everyone's videos suck at the beginning, but that's the whole thing. You learn. You figure it out. You know, that's it. I will probably end soon here. We're actually almost at, I'm probably going to do to like 90%. We're at 87. So get your last questions in. This will be a little bit shorter of a live stream than last time, but I appreciate everyone showing up. Have you ever reviewed a Ford Fusion Sport, specifically 2nd generation EcoBoost? I don't think so, actually. I'd kind of like to. Thank you for always making car reviews with the best vibes and brightening my day whenever I tune in. Oh, thank you, Matt. I appreciate that. Will the SUV craze ever go away? They're so boring. I don't know. I was thinking about this yesterday because 70s, 80s, we had wagons. Halfway through the 80s, we started getting minivans, and we saw that up to the early 2000s. Now we have SUVs. So we probably have about... Car turned off. There we go. Car's back on. It turns off after a certain amount of time. We'll probably have SUV craze for like 15, 20 years, and then probably something else will come. Will you review my 2009 Honda Civic? Maybe eventually. I've done a lot of CRVs. Sorry, did I say Civic? I've done a lot of CRVs. Are you excited to give this Fiat back? Yes, and I get a Ford Ranger tomorrow. Should have bought a Solterra. I didn't buy either of these, so I am in the clear. Should I buy an FX50 in 2025? They're great cars. I like the V8s. Zach, I have a Toyota Camry with a manual. Would you review it? Yes. Inside, please, please, please send that to my email because I'm trying to review every generation of Camry. And October 12th, I'm going to release as many Camry reviews as I can. I would love to see a 2016 RDX. If I could find one, I'll definitely try to. If you had to drive one vehicle for the rest of your life, what would it be? Probably like a Tahoe or Suburban. Hear me out. I feel like if I could only ever drive one car, you can kind of use it as a pickup truck. You can kind of drive a bunch of people around. It's going to be semi-reliable-ish. If I ever get a family and then I've already agreed to driving a Porsche 911 for my whole life, I'm screwed. So, yeah. Is the EV dead? No, but I think it's slowing down. It was awesome getting to meet you. Oh, I appreciate it. Where did we meet? That was awesome. Thoughts on the MK6 Volkswagen with a 2.5 5-cylinder? I always thought the 5-cylinders were unique and cool. I would love to see a 2013, 2018 Acura RDX on the channel. If I could find one, I would film it. What is your stance on automatic Miatas? As an owner of one, it's really not as bad as people think. I don't mind them. I prefer manual, but there's reasons for it. In all honesty, the automatic transmission kept the Miata on the market, so that's fine. Thoughts on the Tahoe hybrid, Yukon hybrid, etc.? I would love to find one. There's barely any on the road. Love seeing live streams. I appreciate that you read every comment. I try my best. Sometimes some slip through the cracks, but I appreciate that. I wish Stellantis put more into Chrysler. I fear it's going the way of the dodo bird. I agree. Would you review my 1990 Elante? Yes, I would. I'm in California. When will you be on the West Coast? I don't know when, but I hope at some point. Napleton Subaru plug. See Steve. Shout out Napleton Subaru. I have a bunch of Napleton Subaru of Schaumburg videos coming out soon. Also, I apologize for my allergies are acting up, as I said earlier. And the more I talk, the more... Yeah. All right. We have 1% battery to go. So we're going to speed run this. Sweet. It's a second gen. I'm up in New Hampshire, though. Cool. Sounds good. Thoughts on the V6 Accords from the 2000s? Great. Also, I'd love to see a Chevy Avalanche. Me too. Jacob, I saw your email pop up on my screen. Just submitted my G6. I'm trying to get a truck, so if I have a truck by the time you're in South Carolina and haven't done something similar, maybe review that. Have you considered wrapping your Mazda 3? Maybe, but it's expensive and I already like the color. Would you be up for reviewing my 2013 Kia Sorento LX if you're ever in Eastern PA? Yeah, send it to my submission page. Still keeping the Mazda? Yes. Also, what are your thoughts on the 2014 Lexus IS350? Great cars. My Accord got hit, but I might get a Mazda 2 or 3. Mazda 2 would be cool. Mazda 3s are also great, but Mazda 2s I think are cute. Would you find yourself in Washington State? Yeah, eventually. I love the Pacific Northwest. Play any song by Summers. Oh, okay. Oh, Sock Monkey. Thank you. I appreciate the $1.99. Hey, David. Hope you're doing well. What are your thoughts about the new Camry? I will let you know in October. I get one as a press car. Sup, my fellow stoner. People always comment that I'm high in videos. I'm not. I just have a happy demeanor, but hello. Can you do a reaction to Drake Blue, Green, Red? I don't know what that means. Nice to see you stream again. Thank you. Did you hear about or add the rumor of Pontiac brand coming back? I would love them to come back. Seriously, man, you're killing it with the elbows. Oh, thank you, Inside. I appreciate that, and I appreciate the $2 helping me pay for this charge. I appreciate you guys at Super Chat. It really does mean a lot. Did you hear? Oh, I read that wrong. Fantastic reviewer. I enjoy your content. What's your favorite class, country, era of cars? I like 80s cars. 80s Japanese seems to be my favorite that I just end up gravitating towards. But I really, truly love all cars. Thoughts on the supercharged Ecotex? Cool. Buick Lucerne Super, best GM performance car ever. I agree. 02 F-150 FX4 package, would you review? Yes. What was your first car ever? 1998 Dodge Ram. Have you ever driven a 383? Don't believe so. When are you coming back to New York? I'm hoping later this year, but maybe next year. Would love to see a 2005 to 2010 Chrysler 300 with the 3.5 HO V6 in addition to the 2.7 that you reviewed. Love the content. Thank you, Backyard Cars. I would love to review one as well. I reached out to someone with one, never heard back. I'm okay. Knee hurts. Sorry to hear that, David. You heard about the GR Corollas catching fire. Yes, I have, and I have not had one do that. Thank God. Would you rather review a 1985 Nissan 200SX or 84 Toyota Supra? Probably the 200SX. I think that's a little bit quirkier and weirder, but the 84 Supra would also be fun. Use me as a way to escape the questions. Oh, thank you, Zach. Appreciate that. Last one. I also made a Big Freaking Bottle Test fail compilation on my channel. I did it because the fail sound you put is funny in my opinion. Oh, Average Daily Driver. I'll have to check that out. I'm going to screenshot that. I'm going to check that out when I go home tonight. Cheers, my lad. Love the channel. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Where are you in America? I'm in Chicago. Thank you guys so much for joining me. We are done charging the car. It's at 91%, which is enough for the delivery drivers to pick it up tomorrow and take it back to their shop. My little brother and I are huge fans. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Ultimate Gaming Jr. Appreciate that. Yeah. So, thank you, everyone. Thank you guys so much for joining the live. It really does mean a lot. I don't know the next time I'll do this, but hopefully back in my office I'll do like more official live streams where I could sit down for 2-3 hours and things like that. So thank you guys all. Good night, everyone. Hope you have a great night. Have a great rest of your week. Tomorrow I get a Ford Ranger press car, so that'll be fun. Tomorrow also the review of this Fiat 500 will be out at 2 p.m. Central. So thank you, everyone, and